Okay. Good morning, everyone. Again, welcome back to my class today. And I'm going to start off with a poem again. The poem that I'm going to start today is The Bangle Sellers. This is for the students of class 9 and 10 ICSE. So, the poem The Bangle Seller, written by Sarojini Naidu. So now let's go ahead with the writer first. Poetess. We call her a poetess. Okay. A person, a lady who writes a poem is called a poetess. So let's first talk about her. That who is she? Where is she from? When she was born? Let's just go brief about her. See, Sarojini Naidu was a great patriot, freedom fighter, and poet of modern India. She was born in a Bengali family on February 13, 1879 at Hyderabad and was educated in Chennai. First, she completed her schooling in Chennai. Then she went back to London for further education, and again she got admitted in Cambridge University. So she took part in the national movement as well, and she was also a follower of Gandhiji, and she gave her time, she gave her effort for the Swaraj. And not only that, she was also known as the Nightingale of India. Okay, and many types of poems she have written. So basically she had given emphasis in the poems especially for the children poem, nature poem, patriotic poems, and poems related with the death and love. So this is all about the writer. Okay, so here comes the summary of a poem, The Bangle Sellers. We just read about before this. We just went through the history about the writer, and now let's just go about the poem in summary. See, the poem The Bangle Sellers is a folk song that celebrates the values and virtues of Indian women with the help of a string images associated with different colors of bangle, because this poem is related with the bangle. Okay, so it has shown in this poem, it has shown the typical Indianness of a woman, typical Indian woman, typical tradition of an Indian woman regarding the bangles. So that is why the values and virtues of Indian women would, with the help of a string images, associated with different colors of bangles. The bangles are not just any ornaments. It is not just any ornaments to be worn, but it has a symbolic representation. That bangle gives a symbolic representation of the various stages of the life of the typical Indian woman. So these are the summary of a bangle sellers. A bit of, I have not written here the last part. After this, I'll just write it down. You first note down this, everyone. So we finished with the history about the writer. We went with the summary, and now just let's start the poem according to the stanza. So the Bangle Sellers by Sarojini Naidu. So in this poem you find all four stanza. This is a poem of four stanza. So all in this poem, all three stanzas are related with the bangles. Only first stanza is related with the sellers. You see in the topic the bangle sellers. Okay, here the topic of a poem says that it's about the bangle sellers. So here in this poem, throughout the poem, all four stanza, only in the first stanza you read or you come to know about the sellers. That how the sellers they sell the bangles and what type of bangles does the sellers they sell. But the remaining three stanzas, they have not talked about the sellers, they just have talked about the bangles. So see, it's about bangles, and not only about the bangles, about the significance of the bangles in the Indian context. What is the significance of the bangle? The importance of the bangles. And not only that, the three stages in the woman's life. The first stage, second stage and third stage. In this third stages of women life, how the role of how the bangle plays a role in their life. So we see in the first stanza, bangle sellers are we who bear our shining looks to the temple fair. So here in the first two lines, it is talking about the seller who have gone to a fair or a mela, temple fair or a mela to sell their bangles. Who will buy this delicate, bright, rainbow tinted colors of light? So in these next two lines, you find a question there. Okay, you find a question mark there. Who will buy this delicate, bright, rainbow tinted colors of light? So rainbow tinted colors of light. Here it's given. Shining shades. You can see. Who will buy this delicate, bright, rainbow tinted colors of light? So here in this two line, it is said that it has described the brief about the bangles. That the bangles are delicate. It is very light. It is very bright. And like you see, the rainbows are of different colors. So likewise, in this poem, it is said the bangles are also in a color of a rainbow. That's in a different colors. Okay. So that is why it is said, who will buy these delicate, bright, rainbow tinted circles of light? Obviously, circle means round circle. You have seen the shape of a bangle. So that is a circular in shape. So that is why it is said that bangles which they are selling is of a rainbow tinted colors. Means different types of colors related to rainbow. And here the sellers are asking to all the gathered crowds in the temple mela that he wants the viewers, he wants the people, whoever have gathered, to come and to buy his bangles. Lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. So you see here there is one phrase being used, that is lustrous token. It's a phrase. Not only this is a phrase, rainbow tinted circles of light is also a phrase. You see, shining shade is also a phrase. Rainbow tinted circles of light is also a phrase. Lustrous token is also a phrase. So these three are the metaphor. Okay. So these lustrous tokens of radiant lives for happy daughters and happy wives. It is said is that it's the bangles are so beautiful, so attractive with different colors. And these bangles, if once the daughters and the married women they buy, they feel very happy. So basically in this poem you find, this poem is basically filled with the symbolism, not only symbolism but also an imaginary. And here in the last line it has so the typical Indianness of a typical woman, the lustrous tokens of radiant lives, that they become very much happy when they buy these different colored of bangles. So this is all about the first stanza. So we come ahead with the second stanza. So at the beginning I told you there are the significance in the life of an Indian woman. There are the three stages I said. In the first stanza we read about the sellers, that how they come and sell the bangles and what type of bangles they sell in a temple fair. And now in the second stanza you learn the first stage of a womanhood, and that is maidenhood. Maidenhood means a young girl. Okay. So see, some are meet for a maiden's wrist. So here in the poem first line, meet is said, that means suitable. Some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. So silver and blue as the mountain mist, it's given here. Silver and blue as the mountain mist, it's a simile. Okay. So it says that likewise the clouds, it accumulate at the tip of a mountain, and the color that it gives is silvery and bluish in color. So especially unmarried girls, the young girls, they love to buy the bangles with the color of silver and blue. So it is said that some are meet for a maiden's wrist, silver and blue as the mountain mist. So here the comparison is made between silver and blue with the mountain mist. So likewise the clouds, it gets accumulated at the tip of a mountain, the color it gives is silvery and bluish in color. So likewise the young girls, they prefer to select the color of a bangle which are silvery and bluish in color. Some are flushed like the birds that dream. Some are flushed like the birds that dream. So here flushed like the birds that dream. It's also a simile. So here obviously you find the flowers in a very beautiful color. So some are flushed like the birds that dream on the tranquil brow of a woodland stream. So here it is described about the flush like the birds that dream. The flower the flower, it is compared here with the pinkish in color, and pink, it refers to the freshness, because the young girls are very fresh, very tender, okay, and very delicate. So likewise, some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. So next is said limpid. Limpid here is said greenish in color. Tranquil is said it's a sign of peace. So here on the tranquil brow, peace loving in a woodland stream, some are aglow with the bloom that cleaves. So this line, it says that the girl is very young, very delicate, very tender, very innocent, and she loves to buy the bangles which are silver and bluish in color. And not only that, pink is also here. She loves to buy a pink bangle which is a symbol of freshness, and she also loves to buy to the limpid glory of newborn leaves. Like when you see a plant, when the newborn plant, when you see the delicate flower, the birds when it comes out, it's very beautiful, and that is greenish in color. So likewise, like the newborn leaves, if you see that freshness, the poetess have compared here with the girl, that is the maidenhood. Understood? So she also loves to buy the bangles which are the color not only of silver and blue, but even the pink, green. Newborn leaves, that is green, fresh leaves. So that is all about the second stanza, and in this stanza it has talked about the first stage of the womanhood, and that is the maidenhood, the young girls. Likewise, we finished with the first stanza, we finished with the second stanza as well, and in the second stanza we came to know, like, just as the birds, that is the small birds of a plant, it dream of flowering, that birds, it dream of flowering into a flower. Likewise, the maiden, that is the young girls, they dream of ripening into the womanhood and lead a happy married life. That is what we learned in a second stanza. So now in the third stanza, we are learning the second stage of a womanhood, and that is the bridalhood. So see. Summer like fields of sunlit corn, meet for a bride or a bridal morn. So here again the word in the second line is meet, that means a suitable. Summer like fields of sunlit corn. Here a word that is sunlit corn is given. It means sunlit corn. Have you seen the color of corn? That's yellowish in color. So here it says yellow. So some of the bride, they prefer to choose the yellow color of bangles in their marriage ceremony. Some like the flame of a marriage fire, and obviously marriage fire are rich with the hue of her heart's desire. Marriage fire, that is the flame, always will be in reddish in color. So especially the women who are going to get married, that is a bride, they prefer to choose either yellow color bangles or reddish color bangles. Some like the flame of a marriage fire, or rich with the hue of a heart's desire. Heart's desire, the ladies, the bride's heart, what does it desires? It desires passion, love and excitement of a marriage. Obviously that particular day is a very important day and unforgettable day for a bride, because that day she is very much happy because she is going to change the phase of her life. At first she was a maiden, young girl, and now she has become a bride. So after bride, her phase of her life gets changed. So she is very much happy, she is very much excited. So here the word heart's desire, it means the passion, love and excitement of marriage. So the lady, the bride on her marriage is very excited. That is the desire of her heart. Tinkling, luminous, tender and clear. Tinkling means very brightening. Luminous means shiny, tender means delicate, clear means pure. So here, these are the words which is described to the girl, that is the bride, that she is very much tinkling. The bride, she is shining, she is delicate and she is pure. And like her bridal laughter and bridal tear. So what does this last line, bridal laughter and bridal tear, it says, these two are the paradox. Now, why this bridal laughter and bridal tear? It's a paradox, because at the same time the girl is very happy, and at the same time the girl is the tears are flowing from her eyes, because that is the moment when a girl has to leave her parental house and she has to go to her husband's house. So at the same time she is very much happy and excited that she is getting married, but at the same time she is very much in a sorrow that she has to leave her parental house. So that is why laughter and tear is here given together. That is why it's a paradox. So the girl who is getting married, likewise I said it's a tingling. She is very much happy, brightening, shining, she is clear, she is delicate. So this girl who is getting married is very much happy at the same time, and it's very much upset at the same time for leaving the parental house. So this is the second phase of a woman's life. First from maidenhood, we came ahead with the bride. So now after this we'll move on with the third stanza. So this is the continuation part of stanza 3, that is, like fields of sunlit corn, means yellowish in color, like the flame of her, dash dash dash. This is reddish in color, like the bridal laughter and a bridal tear. These are, the word like is here. So it says it's a simile. So okay, so we come to the end of the poem, that is the last stanza. So likewise I told you the significance of the Indian women's in life, Indian woman, that is the third stage. As I said, first stage and second stage we finished. Now let's go ahead with the third stage. So this third stage women are a middle-aged women, those who are already married, who have become the wives of a husband, who have become a mother of a children. So this is a third stage of a woman. Some are purple and gold-flecked grey, for she who has journeyed through life midway. Life midway means she has come to the third stage of her life. She was a maiden at first, second she was a bride, and third she became a middle-aged woman. That is, she was now a married wife. So now here it is said, some are purple and gold-flecked grey. Purple, grey, spotted. This, it says, is that it is referring to a woman who has become a maturity, who have become an experience now, who have gained dignity, who have an honor, who possesses self-respect, who has an authority and a wisdom as well. Because as a girl, since from a childhood, as that girl grows up, as the time passes on, as the phase of her life it goes on, the girl slowly starts to build up their maturity. So here the women have become a mature enough. Understood? So that is why purple, grey, spotted with grey. This line is, some are purple and gold-flecked, grey is given here. Whose hands have cherished, whose love has blessed. So she has showered her love, her affection to her husbands. Always she was devoted to her husbands. She was at the side of her husband. And not only that, and cradled fair sons on her faithful breast. And she not only was a wife, she was even a mother. And as a mother, she showered her love to her son, to her child, and serves her household in fruitful pride. And as a housewife, she does all her household work with love, with passion, with excitement, and worship the gods at her husband's side. And she worships the God. She prays to the God, and always she remains at the side of her husband. So this middle-aged woman, especially they prefer to wear the bangles which are especially suitable for these ladies, are purple, grey color, the spotted grey color. These are the color of a bangles which especially the middle-aged woman they prefer to wear. And what does this color of a bangle it signifies? It says about the lady. That is what I just told you, that she has become now a mature enough. That color, purple, grey, this color that she have chosen, the bangle that she have chosen, especially it gives more emphasis in the maturity, experiencing dignity, honor, self-respect, authority and wisdom. So basically in a maidenhood, the girls specially choose the bangles which are the color of silver, blue, green, pink, And when the girl gets married, when she becomes a bride, she chose a color of a yellow and a red. And now when she goes to the third stage, that is she becomes a middle-aged woman, she chooses the color of a bangle, grey and purple. So these are the different types of bangles the bangle sellers they sell. And according to the color of the bangle, it is said that the woman, how it changes from the stages first to stage third, and its significance. These are the typical Indianness, that we after reading this poem we come to know the typical Indianness of a woman in her life. So this poem basically is an imaginary, basically an symbolism of an Indianness, of a typical Indian woman to choose a bangle regarding the stages of their life. So here we end up with this poem as well. So I request all the students of class 9 and ICSE to go through these videos and please try to understand the poem in clear. I hope the way I have explained it to you, the points that I have written on the board is helpful to you. And the next chapter I will be starting up in our next class. Thank you.